Hello friends, welcome. It's been about a month since we've been back here in Satisfactory, so let's do a little recap of what we were up to last time, shall we? You see over here, you see all this Christmas tree stuff. That was the previous stream. We spent a lot of time messing with that stuff, and it's still here. I thought the holiday event was going to be over by now, but that is what this is. They call it Fixmas, so we might take another look at this real quick. It's good to see you guys in chat. Just realized I had the Mario Galaxy puzzle plank theme play. Hey, that's good music, though. Mario Galaxy has a fantastic soundtrack. So what we had going on up here was we have all these different things making special Christmas-themed items, and we're accruing them in the storage here with the ultimate goal of upgrading this to its maximum level, at which point we will remove all the other factories and stuff. So if there's no objections, I think I want to mess with that stuff a little bit today, and then maybe get to work on some more factory things. We do also have our Space Elevator Phase 2 all complete, so I think we might as well go ahead and seal that off, send that up, and see what else we can unlock over here. Everyone happy to see live stream back on the menu. Too bad, gotta be a reasonable human and hit the bed to catch my plane. Good luck, have fun. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you nonetheless. Yeah, let's seal this thing up and shoot it off. It's fun to watch this go. It's got the nice little animation there. Yep, so that's phase 2. That should unlock a few more tiers in our little research thing down here. So let's go check that out and see what that is. We also have our advent calendar we haven't done everything with. So we now have tier 5 and 6, which is going to be oil processing, alternative fluid transport, which is like packaging stuff, with all the different plastics you get as a byproduct of oil manufacturing. Industrial manufacturing, which should be all of our higher complexity stuff. And then monorails, alongside Mark IV logistics, jetpack, and more pipeline stuff. So plenty of stuff to get into. And we still have a lot of tier 4 to get to as well, which is including blueprints, hypertubes, expanded power infrastructure with the power storage, and the giant power towers and everything like that. So lots and lots and lots of stuff to amuse ourselves with for the time being. Hey Blubs, Blubs Blabs, whatever you'd like me to refer to you as. Where did we leave off with the advent calendar here? I do want to at least go through all of this because it's here and it will go away at some point. 10th? Yeah, because that was the last day we played. This was December 10th, over a month ago. You are more than welcome to keep it on as white noise or whatever you so choose. Alright, where's number 11? Here it is. What's in here? What is this? Ooh, premium Xmas skin. That's fun. What's under the 12? 200, what is this? Color cartridge? Alright. Probably just put that back in the little storage over here. Alright, where is 13? At one point, I remembered exactly where all of these were. But okay, here it is. Oh, 5 coupons, nice. We can get stuff out of the shop there then. All right, where is number 14? Right here. 10 of these Fixmas decorations. That's part of our research, so good to have those. Where is number 15? Here's 17. There's 16. That's a 22. There's 15. 20 power shards. Very nice. See, there is a reason you want to do this event, because it gives you a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of supercomputers out of one of these, too, which is kind of wild. Snowballs. All right, we'll need those at some point. 17, I said, was here. 25 of the copper ornaments. Those take a little while to get made, so that's nice to see. Where's 18? There's 19, there's 20. Don't take it personal. Hey, no, you're fine. Most people I know in real life use mine as sleep aids. So, not going to hurt my feelings with any of that. Actual snow. It's snow, not the nice, thick, crunchy kind, though. More the disgusting, wet, slushy kind. Yeah, that's the only kind we get where I live. Doesn't really get cold enough for it not to melt. What is that? A superposition oscillator. All right, yeah, that's some late game stuff. 10 of these medicinal inhalers. Very nice. Yeah, always worth going through this. All right, what other kind of stuff can we put in here? I probably should keep all the Fixmas stuff out. Extra black powder can go in. Alien carapaces can go in. What is that? Tree branches, alright. Concrete can go in. I might as well put these other 2 stacks of modular frames in. Just clear a little bit of space here. Alright, 20 was the last one we unlocked, right? 21. Where are you, 21? There's a 24. Okay, that must be 21. One little piece of coal. All right. That's fine. 22. I probably just said where 22 was, and I already forgot. Because that's how this works. 24, 23. That looks like a 2, but I don't think it's a 22. No, it is not. Where? I know I can just put the hint in, but what's the fun in that? I know as soon as I do that, it's going to be just the most obvious possible place. Is that a 22? Or is that 25? Whoa! I guess that was 25. Fireworks. That's fun. Okay, we're gonna have to mess with that. Where's 20? All right, whatever. Are you serious? That's right there. All right, 25 coupons. Yep, there's. That's exactly why you open this. All right, 25 of the iron ornaments, and then the last one should be 24, which is up here. What in the world? Finger guns, alright. We'll do the finger gun emote. So that should be all of them, I believe. Greetings, YouTube actually got me the notification within a reasonable amount of time. Good. I'm sure I will receive an email, probably in about 45 minutes, telling me that I have gone live on my own channel. So I'm awaiting the incredibly useful email from YouTube on that. Good to see you here. Alright, I think I've opened all of these now. I can't imagine there's anything else. So, why don't we go ahead, head back on over here and look at our research. Yeah, so upgrade 3 to the Fixmas tree requires us to have the giant star, which I think we have. And then 200 of the decorations and 400 of the ornament bundles. That's what takes a long time to make. Ooh, Fixmas lights. That's kind of fun. So if I should have all of that already, I think. A snow dispenser. And then these, of course, are locked behind the upgrade 3. So let's take a look here as we run across the map to get to this other section here. Take a look and see what we've got in storage so we can research the rest of this stuff. We're not going to spend the whole stream doing Fixmas stuff, at least not end to end. I will get into some other things, but I did want to, at the very least, try and do as much of this as I can before it goes away. Because I never finished it before. I did it a couple years in a row, but never really got all of it. Alright, so I've got, I believe, I don't need the presents. Well, we need to make bundles, but we have to put those through assemblers, I think. And I need the, I need the red ones, I think. Yeah, I think I needed 200 of those. See, I wish I could pin the, unlocking the MAM that I want to look at. Like I can with the other stuff. But it doesn't seem to want to let me do that, so instead we have to do it the hard way. I'm sure I forgot something important, but that's fine. I also probably should be using the car to do this, so it's not quite as much running around. Alright, so let's check out what's going on here. Alright. Ah, I needed the blue ones. Okay. But everything else I have enough of, so we will go grab us some blue ornaments. Assuming I've got fuel in this. And okay, alright, I got one thing of biofuel. That's not going to cut it. I gotta go get more of that. I don't think I have a thing to set up to make biofuel anymore. Do I have any hiding in here? No, I do not. I don't have another box hiding anywhere, do I? Tractor's all the way over there. You know what? We'll just run. That's fine. I don't have the materials to make more biofuel right now anyway. At some point in the next couple of minutes, we need to decide what our next technology unlock is going to be. I'll go back to the whatever you call it thing. I know that's a scientific term, but we'll go take a look at whatever they are offering us here. Ah, we got a backup of the blue ornaments. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So that means I can use these and not feel bad about it. Okay. So that's going to work there. And we might have enough of a backup of some of this stuff to just feed it back into the production. Speed things up a little bit. Could line the conveyor belt lines with different colored Fixmas lights. That might be fun. I don't know if it lets me do different colored ones. I haven't ever played with those before. But we can take a look once everything is unlocked. Finally able to watch a live stream. Been a while. Yeah, good to have you. We're playing with the Fixmas holiday update for Satisfactory because they haven't taken that out yet. Got a giant Christmas tree over here, and we're making all sorts of different ornaments and stuff. We're not going to be doing that the whole time. I just figured we'd mess with it because it's still here, and I haven't ever finished it. All the years they've been running it. Alright, so I'm going to research the Fixmas lights. And then all I need to get this is 50 more snow and then 10 ornament bundles. I got to do those in an assembler, and we should have a decent amount of those to put them together. And we need to have 400 of those bundles to get the upgrade 3. And then the Fixmas decoration itself, I think, is also made in the... wait, I don't have a recipe for it yet? Really? Oh, I bet you that's one of those things I've got to... Yep, I got to research this to get the decoration. Okay, so that is what we will do then. Let's get our assembler. I need cable. Cable to do the assembler. So we can go into our copper factory over here and grab some cable. I probably had some in a box somewhere, but whatever. Alrighty. What's on the ground over here? Oh, flower petals. Do I have... No, I'm not going to take up space with it. Alright, so these are just doing their thing. I think coming out of this... Yeah, I'm going to have a separate separate hookup for these things. Or I could just manually feed it and say forget about it. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Yep. Not the most fun way to do this, but it will get us through all of this. Where is my closest? There it is. Alright, so this gets the recipe. Oh, I can make fireworks here. That's fun. We might try that later. Ornament bundles. Okay, where's my copper ornaments here? Gotta grab them out of this. Yes, I do. Alright, and they make 5 per minute. Not if I have 3 overclockers. There we go. 12.5 per minute seems more our speed. Put a couple more of these guys in. Oh, total beaver death, huh? That's unfortunate. Yeah, I prefer to go by JC on the internet in this specific instance. All right, as soon as we have, I think it was 10 of these. We can put that toward one of the other researches we wanted to do. All right. So we will head back on over here and take a look at what we have going on. I think I needed snow too, which I don't remember how that gets made. We'll figure it out. Have you heard the rumor if you're live on YouTube after 30 minutes you can cuss if you want to? I have. I don't know how true that is in regards to monetization or whatever. But generally, in my videos and streams, I try not to because I know people watch with their kids. Other stuff, I can't guarantee. But I do like to make sure that people can feel safe having their kids exposed to my content. Let's see. So we need snow. Actual snow. Okay, good. That's just fixed missed gifts. We have tons of those. And then branches, we have tons of those up there. So we can go ahead. Yeah, it's a whole lot of walking, huh? Yep, we can just head on back over there. Yeah, I know the profanity filter in terms of demonetizing videos is extremely strict in the first little bit of a video. I don't think it looks further than a couple minutes in. Live streams might be different. So if I have a constructor that's not being used, I can turn this into actual snow. Yeah. That would be, this takes 37.5 per minute to make 15 actual snow. Well, we can front load this. Shouldn't be a problem. Get some nice actual snow. We have tons of branches over here, so I don't think we needed to worry about that. Yeah, lots of branches. So that will just get set back like that. Charmanand, is that how you pronounce that? Thanks very much. I appreciate it. What is the new YouTube policy on swearing? In November 2022, YouTube updated its advertiser-friendly content guidelines, prohibiting swear words within the first 7 seconds. That seems like a pretty short amount of time. Want to congratulate everybody who made it through the holidays. Yep. Congratulations and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, etc. to all of you who are here with us right now. Appreciate you being here. I had a nice time going to visit some family on the other side of the country. Always a good time, but it did mean I wasn't able to do live streams for about a month, and video production suffered a little bit for it, but for a good reason. Call you Sharma. Okay, well, thanks very much, Sharma, again. Very much appreciated. Alright, so we have snow coming out. We building up any here? Yeah, we got to get to 100, and then we can get the snow generators unlocked, which will give us the ornament, or not the ornament bundles, the decoration bundles. So these guys right here are working on that. There we go. Put these in. We can come back to that a little later and see what's up. Makes me think of Charmin, I guess. I kind of don't want to wait for this to go down the conveyor belt. But I did promise you guys we're going to pick out the next research thing, so let's go do that. I love how the shadow, when you're on the ground, you can see the whole, like, person, but when you jump up, it's just the legs. The little, blade runners, I think is what the game calls them. Wonder if the snow generators can make some colored snow. I don't know. Yeah, don't eat the yellow snow. Definitely do not do that. Alright, so, on the menu we have in Tier 4 still, power infrastructure, hypertubes, fix-it blueprints, and then Tier 5, oil, packaging and stuff, which is going to have to come after oil because it uses plastic, which is a byproduct of oil manufacturing. Gas mask, really only useful if you want to go into the area with the pillars that put out that awful yellow stuff. And then industrial manufacturing gives us the manufacturer, trucks, computers, modular engines, which are a requirement for Phase 3 of the space elevator, as well as adaptive control units. And then Tier 6 kind of builds on the rest of this stuff anyway. So we're not going to be able to get to any of this stuff first. So I think I'm probably partial to going ahead, since we can pretty much just research this immediately, doing expanded power infrastructure. We can start making these giant power pylons. That seems like a cool thing. I think that's new in update. Oh, it's new since I last played a whole bunch of this game, which would have been update 3. So might as well just go ahead and do power infrastructure. And I know we can go and get a whole lot of wire really quickly, as well as the modular frames. That can be a very, very fast thing right here. Do I have any wire hiding in here? I do not. But like I said, we know where to get some. Did you look at the InfraSpace game on Steam? I have not. It is on my list of things to check out, though. I've got a lot that people have suggested. Some stuff that was on sale in the winter sale that I wanted to get to and did not, because I ended up being busy on the last day and forgot to buy, which is unfortunate. But I do want to get to a lot of different games this year. Try things out. Probably most of the new stuff will be in live streams, and if you guys like it, we might make videos about them. Don't mention snow. Yeah, I know you've been dealing with all sorts of stuff. Not fun to drive in. Let's do... There we go. Set this thing off. Always love to watch this thing go up.
Pioneers can now store excess power for later use and span power lines across vast distances. Stored power is automatically distributed in cases of low power output. You've got the power.
That's fun. So we have the power towers, power tower platforms. Oh, that's big. Okay. So that could actually be really useful if we built these in a grid. Is that going to... Ah, it's not going to align to the building grid, I don't think. Or is it? No, it doesn't seem to care. Hello, hello, welcome. Just unlocked some fun new stuff. Power towers. Makes it a whole lot easier to transmit power long distances than building those poles every, I don't know, 50 meters or whatever it is. Don't build your house underneath the electric tower. Well, yeah, they're not going to let you do that anyway. But some weird stuff can happen with the static electricity that gets generated off of those things. But I think most of the time the power companies will have utility easements on there where you can't plant trees or certain types of crops or whatever. Can you open the large presents? Yes, you can go up and hit E, and it just picks them up. You get the Fixmas gift things to put in the machines to make other stuff. But now that we did the what was it called? The power stuff. We'll pick the next unlock when we get over there. Because I was waiting for snow to get made so we can unlock the snow thing that is going to unlock the last thing we needed for the third upgrade for the tree. We should have plenty of that now. Alright, 78. Sure do. So we should have 100 some of the actual snow. Oh, I didn't click it. There we go. We needed that, and then there was the branches. We have 500 of those, and then I think I needed 10 of the ornament bundles. But just in case it was 100 of the ornament bundles, let's get the rest of those. Head back over here and see what we can do. Yeah, I really got to make more gas for the car. Might do that in a second. Alright, so that is going to be... Okay, it was 10, but that's still good. Alright, that's done. And now we can make the holiday decorations, which I believe... it's going to let me... I wonder if I can keep these after the Fixmas is over. Not sure. Power lights. Yeah, all right. Let's play with these and see what we can get away with here. Well, that's kind of cool. I wish it was colored. That'd be nice. Oh, there's no control for it. That's very festive though. I like that a lot. Too bad the car doesn't run on coffee. Yeah, that would be nice. When are you going to start the next series of Timberborn? The game goes into stable release for Update 5 on, I think, the 18th. And I was planning on starting a new one then, but I still have 3 active ones, so that won't be happening until we finish at least one of them. I imagine the first one that we finish will probably be the hard mode with the Folktales one that's a little bit further along, but it just depends on whatever we're able to get to. So that would make a good good thing to put after that. The hardest mode possible, I guess is what you're asking for. I did one, oh man, last year being 2022, late 2022, early 2023, that had 49-day droughts. It might have been early 2023. It ended up not really being that hard. It was just kind of a problem of solving for the most amount of water possible, and then that stopped being a challenge after the first, 10 cycles. Now, this does decorations. Yes, you need the bundles so you can do the decorations. All right, so we're gonna have to make a ton of these bundles. So, do we have enough of this stuff? Not really. We probably need to really go to town on the rest of this. We need to make another assembler. And we need to have more copper ornaments. So I think I just have the one of each. Yes. And the copper ones get made a lot slower. And I need to have probably more red ornaments. Am I overflowing on blue ornaments? Can I switch one of them over? Oh, I absolutely am. So they just have the one anyway. Huh. Well, that's kind of inconvenient. This is making branches. That's making snow. I think I can go ahead and just have this swapped out for a furnace. Yeah, we can merge these together. So that's what we'll do here. We'll just copy paste all this. Smelter right here. What's the output going in on that? Okay, and that can go Make the red ones. Hook that up to power here. Excuse me, had to cough real quick. Oh, hey! Lord, with the 5 gift memberships, very, very much thanks to you on this one. Man, my brain is already shut off for the day. All right, looks like we've got hello, how goes it in German, I guess is what that translates to. Caitlin, Neno, Ron, Alicia, and Jared, welcome, and welcome back. Dutch, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, the 2 A's consecutively, that would be Dutch. My apologies. Right. Thanks for the gift memberships for those folks. Someone says, yo, JC, hello. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. We were making these guys, and I've got to fix the conveyor belt. That's what it was? All right. Come out of here, go into here. Make some red ornaments. There we go. We'll just let that do its thing. The tree will make 15 per minute, so if we supercharge this, we can use 12.5 of them, and that is what we want to see here. Conveyor merger. I think it's not going to care if we do it this way. It's just going to be slightly off-center, but we're not going to let that bother us too much. Yep, red ones here. So now we've doubled our output of the red going into our copper manufacturer here. Too many non-beard boosters wanted to help. Appreciate it. What does membership give? Right now it gives early access to videos, and you get the badge next to your name, and you get a named beaver in all of our Timberborn playthroughs, because I've got a plugin that allows me to do that. So currently we're not doing the daily videos right now, but basically as soon as the video is rendered and uploaded to YouTube, you get access to it. Everyone else gets it at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time the next morning. If I end up doing daily videos again, then you'll probably get, I don't know, it's like between 7 and 8 hours early access. So if you're somewhere else in the world that's not the United States, which probably about half of you are, then it could come in the afternoon versus at 11 p.m. your time, or whatever the time change works out to. I don't know if Battery Smooth is still in chat or not, but I know he loves talking about time zones, so we could bring that back up if we feel like giving him a hard time. But it's more or less just a way for people who want to contribute something to get a little bit of something back. It's not set up like other people where they have, I don't know, the membership costs $20 and you get all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, no, I don't really have the time or energy to come up with all that kind of stuff. But a lot of people were asking, so I set one up, and I decided to do the early videos as a very simple, easy thing to give them a little bit of extra access to stuff. Oh, so you're still here. Good to see you. No, I do not own your soul. Do not sell your soul. Will not recommend. So we have a lot of these presents here. We probably don't need to be making so many of them, but not the worst thing ever. Copper ornaments going into the bundles. I need to have 400 of these to do the next round of research. So I'm going to start putting these back in here. We have to have a bunch of those to make the Fixmas decorations, and I think, you know, I can't even remember. Oh, duh, it's the branches. We already have a ton of those. I don't remember what the snow gets used for. It's a crossroad in Louisiana. You have to stand in the center of the crossroad and sell your soul to the devil. Yeah, I'm not going to catch me doing that. Louisiana is an interesting place. I don't know if any of you in chat have ever lived there or been there or whatever. Great food. Fantastic food in Louisiana. New Orleans is an interesting place for a visit. Sold my soul to the time zone database. In India, I have to watch my notification most around 10 p.m. Yeah, because you're about... I guess you're about 11 and a half. It was either 11 or 11 and a half hours off of where I'm at. Somebody else who was from India had told me at one point. But I know the Asian side of the continent is generally about 10 to 14 hours off. Now it's 4 a.m. Okay. So if it's 4 a.m., then you are 10 hours off. Assuming by 4 a.m. you mean 3:45, because it's 5:45 where I am. I don't know. Get them around 4:30 p.m. Okay, so 4:30 p.m. would mean that you are 6 hours ahead of me, so you are in Central European time. I think is what that would be. 4:15 a.m. Okay, yeah. So you're on the half-hour offset from whatever. So I guess you're 10 and a half, 11 and a half hours, whatever. Yeah, India's got half-hour time zones. I think Australia, Battery Smooth is just absolutely writhing in pain at this point, I'm assuming. But I think Australia has some that are 15 minutes off. Why are you not going to sleep? Why am I not going to sleep? Because it's 5:46 p.m. on a Sunday, and I'm live streaming. Belgium, yep, Central European time. I had did some work for a French company last year, and I got really used to the Central European time. Got distracted by food in the group chat. Starving Marvin, no, but I don't know, some guys I used to live with in college were having a discussion about food. Oatmeal raisin cookies or whatever. And then I made a comment about, man, every time I have an oatmeal raisin cookie, it disappoints me because I thought it was chocolate chip. And then everybody started getting mad about it. It was like, oatmeal raisin cookies are good. It's like, okay, yeah, fine. But I see it and I always think it's chocolate chip and then it's not. And like, all right. Not intended to be a crusade against oatmeal raisin cookies or anything. It just never quite ends up being what I thought it was going to be. What time is it in CST? 4:47 p.m. Why do you have coffee? Because that is one of the things you can buy in the item shop is a coffee cup. I don't have a webcam on right now, but I actually have this exact coffee cup I bought from their merchandise store. Well, I guess it's the bigger version. Holds 15 ounces instead of 10. But I picked that up when they had a Black Friday sale. It's fun. I'll drink tea out of it. I don't really drink coffee. And by don't really, I mean I don't at all. But I'll put some nice hot tea in there. It's a good thing to drink out of. Picked up some cookies in Walmart. Thought they were chocolate. Turned out to be peanut. Hey, I love peanut butter cookies, so that sounds fine by me. Unless you're allergic to peanut butter, in which case that would be a bad mistake. Not gonna lie, I missed the daily videos. Got me through New Year's. Yeah, I miss the daily videos too, but I don't miss being stressed out about having to constantly get videos out and do live streams on the same day and this and that and the other. So I would like to go back to those at some point, but it's not going to be for a while. Got some challenging stuff we're going to be dealing with in the next couple months, so I might have to take some time off, but we'll see what happens. Can do my best to keep doing what I can. Might have missed all your uploads since the Timberborn Hard Mode episode 20. Hard Mode episode 20 would be... Oh, man, how many series ago? Because the current Hard Mode one, I think the latest one on that is 15 or 16? The last Hard Mode would have been update 4? What is going on with this bean guy over here bouncing up and down? Stop that. What are you doing, man? What's going on? Hello? What's up with this? You don't have to apologize for not watching my videos. You're never obligated to watch anything. They exist to be a source of entertainment or distraction from problems or whatever you want to do with them. I'm never going to be mad about people not watching videos. Modded Iron Teeth. Okay, so that would have been update 4, yeah. I think. episode 12. All right. Oh, hey, our thing's back. So we can pick our next research now. Still Christmas and Satisfactory? Yes, it is, which is why I'm going to try to finish this so we can finally see the fully upgraded Christmas tree. Because it doesn't take the Christmas tree away, anything like the giant tree. It doesn't take that away, but everything else disappears. So I want to see if I can have that done so I can just keep that. Currently, we are working toward getting 200 of the ornament decorations. The ornament bundles go into the decoration, so that's why I'm leaving that alone. The giant star we got from the advent calendar. Once we do that, I think there's 2 more researches, and then this final thing is the tree topper, I'm pretty sure. The one before Kingdoms Reborn, oh, that was a long time ago then. I think I kept my Christmas tree up until March. Yeah, in college, I lived in a house with a couple people, and we left the tree up till April once. Well, because it was I don't know if he's in here or not. Sometimes he'll hop into these Satisfactory streams, but Beans Universe. I guess technically he's a moderator, but he's never actually in here to moderate because you guys are on good behavior. But lived with him for a while, and he had the Christmas tree up forever and ever and ever. And I think when I moved in April or May, they had the tree up. Like, hey, why do you still have your Christmas tree up? We're like, well, we just didn't worry about it because it's in the other room. We don't go in there. It's like, all right, fine, whatever. But we would always do. I gotta actually do stuff in game. We would always have our tree set up till probably February or so. My mom has the, oh man, this is a huge thing in the 90s. The colonial village type stuff with, I don't even know what you would call it, but it's not like pottery, but it's like a ceramic kind of thing where they fire it and then they paint the stuff and you have the little people and it's all Christmas scene stuff. So we would always have that stuff set up, and it was so much fun to play with that. We just leave it up for months and months at a time. You don't want to watch me play Age of Empires 2 because I am terrible at it. Very, very bad. All right, next things up we have hypertubes, blueprints, and probably of all of these, oil processing would need to be the first. But I don't really see that much of a use for hypertubes until we have a factory that's actually built. So I probably would come back to those later. Blueprints could be very useful. But I know I don't have enough of these modular frames. Oil processing. The annoying thing of those is the motors, because I don't have that automated yet. And case industrial beams probably aren't very fun either. Copper sheets, I'm not making those. But it gives you a lot of stuff once you have oil up and running. So, I don't know. Would you make CS2 videos, City Skylines 2? Yes. That was my intent when the game came out, and then it came out and it was bad, and I got really mad because I spent $90 on it because I'm an idiot, and I decided I wasn't going to make videos until the game was completely fixed, and it hasn't been yet, so that's why we haven't done those yet. But I have wanted to do City Skylines type videos for a very, very long time. We'll get to it. That's something I want to do this year. Just have to wait till the game's finished, quote unquote, which would, in my opinion, be when mod support exists and it can run at full resolution at not 3 frames per second. So I can do all the other fun stuff. Did I refund it? No. Wait, it's playable. It's just not what they advertised. And I'm not going to refund it because I know I'm just going to get it again, so I might as well. Might as well just hold on to it. You forget I can write that off as a business expense because I'm making money doing these videos. So I don't mind spending money on games because I know I can use it as a tax write-off, even if they're not perfectly what I'm expecting. Anyway, all that being said, we're going to research oil processing next. And I actually have some motors. So let's see if we can get a little bit of this stuff done while we wait for those ornament bundles to get made. Any games you're planning to do Let's Plays of? Currently, I don't really have anything set up yet, but I would like to do. There's a bunch of city builder type games. I get emails at least once or twice a week, people giving me Steam keys for different games, and I can't ever get to all of them, and it makes me a little upset. But I do want to at some point do Let's Plays of all those. Right now, I'm going to try and wrap up the 3 Timberborn series we've got. Then I'm going to do another live stream series of the Water Beavers in Update 5. I feel like that would be better as live streams than a video series, because the views on the videos really took a dive after the first 15 episodes or so. But there's so much in that mod that you really have to go all the way through it. And it has enough chaos and nonsense. I think it could be fun as a live stream. Do you have employees? Nope. I don't make that much money doing this. No, I do everything myself. Fortunately, because of the style of videos that I produce, I don't really need to edit them. So any editing that I do is just I pop it in Adobe Premiere. I put a intro card. I have the scrolling text of the Beard Booster names at the end, and then I do a little bit of cleanup on the audio, and then just hit export. It's very simple. If I were making videos in the style of someone like, say, City Planner Plays or Biffa or somebody like that, I would absolutely not be able to do a video every day. I'd probably be able to do one a week, maybe, because I'd just have to spend so much time doing editing and putting different music in and everything. So for it to be something where I hired someone, I would probably, oh man, I'd have to be making 5 or 6 times as much money as I'm right now, and even then I might not want to spend the money on it. Right now, this is a very fun way to spend a couple hours a day playing games, having fun with people, and supplement my income that I get from my quote-unquote real job. So I'm definitely not after this for the money. Not at all. Where are my beams? Ah, they're back here. I always forget. Infraspace is one of those things that's on my list. But it's one of those games that I think is going to require a lot of time spent learning the game, so I don't necessarily want to put off doing what I'm currently doing to learn something new if I'm not sure it's going to do well in terms of views or engagement or whatever. Hopefully by the time you finish the Water Beaver playthrough, I'll have the Ampere's faction. Oh, please. Absolutely will 100% go through all of that. I think Infraspace is pretty easy. You would be surprised just how bad I am at things sometimes. RCE can do it. Okay, the thing with RCE, people think he's dumb. He's really not. I think he kind of plays that up for engagement and views. Like, the man's an engineer. I think he was a highway something engineer, he said in one of his earlier videos. He's actually really smart. So he's not just out there being dumb all the time. And by contrast, I went to college for communications. How to write and use cameras and radio equipment. So not really the same thing. What is amp ears? I believe Battery Smooth can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is a pun on like amp ears being ears that are power themed or whatever, and also amperes as in AMPERES would be the correct spelling of the electrical term. Yeah. Most Americans just call it amps, the measurement of amount of current going through something. Yes, Battery Smooth is a very talented and accomplished Timberborn modder. Has made a number of very good ones that I have used in my playthroughs. Flywheels and the clutch mod I haven't really done anything with, but that kind of goes hand in hand with the power generation stuff, power storage. And then he's also made a custom one for me, the Dirty Mouth one, that you would have seen if you watched the diorama streams. Pretty sure his Discord name is just the same as his YouTube name. Yeah, those live streams might not be the most entertaining thing to watch back as a VOD because we got distracted a lot in the chat. But it was a fun thing. I like live streaming Timberborn. It's a whole lot of fun, but if certain people in the chat get me going on other topics that aren't related to the game, then progress just completely stalls. Which can be fun, but also very frustrating if you're someone who actually wants to watch gameplay. We need the potty mouth station, the Helix Mountain play. See, the problem with the mouthwashing station is it was intended to be something that I could use to punish people in real time for saying really inappropriate things in the live stream chat, and in videos you don't have that. Volt times amperes. Look, I took physics in 2009 in high school. So don't ask me any electrical engineering questions. I'm not going to be a reliable source. Not going to be a reliable source of information for that. But all I know is I plug stuff into the wall and it works, and I know how to hook up circuits and theoretically not burn the house down. And I think that's the extent of my electrical knowledge. I can strip wires. I can do outlet wiring. I can put in junction boxes and stuff. And I know how to do low voltage wiring, which is not something electricians do or should do in most cases. But that is the extent of my electrical engineering knowledge. I know people that are much, much smarter with regard to those things. Oh, that's right. I was going to put the rest of this stuff in the research, and then I just walked away because I'm an idiot. Next week we live stream Helix Mountain. Well, no, because I have to finish the playthrough as it's supposed to be. But I do want to do more live streaming Timberborn series. And I need to get more of the copper sheets, which I don't think I have a factory set up for. I think I'm going to have to manually make those. And I need to do motors as well. Watts, okay. I knew it was something like that, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing because people tend to think I know what I'm doing when I don't actually have any idea. Alright, so we got rotors coming out here. I stopped using that. Stators, I've got to... there's pipes going into here. Is that being fed in manually? No, they were making... I guess they were being fed manually. Alright. But stators to make motors, I think I'm going to need to have more of that than these guys currently exist. I need rotors. So I guess we'll let that do its thing. We'll supercharge this while I'm sitting here. Satisfactory just complicated 3D Factorio. I mean, kind of. I feel like they're different enough to where you wouldn't necessarily want to say they're the same game. Similar goals. They're both factory builders. But Factorio is definitely in a different spirit than Satisfactory is. In Factorio, you have aggressive enemies that will destroy your factory and can actually destroy the factory. In Satisfactory, it's more of a passive environment. Like, if you go and attack something, it's going to attack you, but it's not going to be able to tear buildings down or whatever. Is it as complicated as Factorio? I have not played Factorio, but I imagine they're probably both around the same level of complicatedness, maybe in different ways. Alright, so we got to make some motors here. Automated wiring. Don't need to make that again. Well, unless we have to make the new components. Versatile framework. We need to make 2,500 of those for Phase 3. I'm not going to even worry about that for quite some time. But one motor needs 2 rotors and 2 stators. I have 90-something stators currently. I'm going to need to have 96, 97, I think. Math is hard. So probably about good to go on those, but I need a bunch of rotors, which we already have the machine making those. So I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I've got 103 stators. I hope that's enough. But we have our little workbench here, so we can set that. Right now I can make 16 of these. Dyson Sphere program looks interesting. Yeah, people have been asking me to do that forever. I don't know that I will, because of how complicated it is. If I were doing that, I would have to probably spend, I don't know, like a month figuring out how the game works off stream, off video, whatever. And at present time, I don't know that I have the ability to do that. Kanigami is Ostriv. It is a city builder. You just build a city. I don't know how else to describe it. But you can make resources, farm different foods, set up production chains and everything. And it is set in 18th century Ukraine. Very, very fun game. For obvious reasons, the development has slowed down presently, but is a small team. It was just one guy who was developing it as a passion project, but I believe he has a couple of other employees helping him out now. And every so often they put an update out because, again, of all the stuff that's happening over there. But he does check in from time to time, and I believe they are all safe and doing everything that they need to be doing. So I still need to get more of these guys. We'll put that in there. Have you tried Banished? I have not, but I have heard it is very good. And it gets a lot of comparison to Ostriv, or I guess I should say vice versa, because Banished came first, or was released first. I think Ostriv was actually in development for longer. Which game do you like the most? Well, I've published the most videos on Timberborn at this point, but I think as far as overall for a game, I think I like Timberborn more now because it has more replayability. But whenever there's a new Ostriv update, I just always love playing that game for the weeks or whatever it takes to get through all the new content, because the attention to detail in that one is just incredibly good. It is very obviously made with a whole lot of love and attention to detail, and it's very enjoyable to get to see all the different stuff that goes into it. But it does relatively quickly get to a point where it's not really I don't want to say it's not worth continuing, because that would not be the correct sentiment I'm trying to express. That would be an unfortunate thing to say about the game. But it does run out of novelty after a much shorter period of time than Timberborn does, just because Timberborn has so many more different mechanics you can get into, and it's designed to be pretty much infinitely replayable. Whereas in Ostriv you have maybe as a whole 3 or 4 main production chains that you set up, and once you get those flowing pretty easily, then it just becomes an issue of, okay, well, I'm just going to build more stuff because I can, and not because I have a reason to. Run out of progress might be a good way to say it, yeah. Software Inc. I'm not familiar with. And another thing going for Timberborn is now it's starting to get a lot of attention from, I guess you could say, the bigger names on YouTube. Obviously, RCE's been playing it forever, but he doesn't do a lot with Timberborn. He'll do, I don't know, one series every couple months. And I think I saw there's some other like relatively large YouTuber in the indie game space was saying that they'd gotten a hold of Timberborn and they really liked it, so maybe they'll start doing series on it. I don't know. But it seemed like something that was cool when I first got it in, I don't know, 2021. And then they've just done a ton more work over the last couple of years. It's unbelievable to compare the progress the game's made. Very, very fun. We need to get some more iron rods, and I've got... don't fall off. Okay. Never mind, I fell off. But I have this conveyor belt right here. Just grab these. I could reroute it into that other assembler, but I don't really feel like messing with that right now. Do you console play or strictly PC? I own a PS4. I don't really play anything on it. Believe it or not, I bought a PS4 used from Beans Universe again, who's I don't think in chat, but I bought it used from him just so I could play Persona 5. That was the only reason I bought it, and I did that coming up on 3 years ago, when I first started doing Twitch, back when I still streamed Twitch regularly. That was what I did on there, and then my other real life friends said, hey, you should play The Last of Us, and I said, okay, and then I didn't for a couple years, and they got really mad, and they said, you should play it again, and then I tried doing that, and I bought it on PS4, and then I just never got past the first hour or so. So if I were to do console stuff again, it probably would just be finishing the rest of that stuff, and that would be over on Twitch. That would not be on this channel, because I've pretty much permanently painted myself into the corner of only doing city builder stuff on here, which is fine, because that's my favorite genre of game. Absolutely no complaints, but people don't always seem to understand that you can't just upload random stuff to YouTube and expect it to go well. You have to, unfortunately, keep yourself within a certain narrow, what's the word I'm looking for? Narrow pathway of content. I used to, a long time ago, strictly be an Xbox player. But once I built a gaming computer in, I think 2012 was the first time I built one. And then I said, why in the world would I ever play a console ever again? This is so much better. And that's about all she wrote on that. RCE does random stuff, yes, but he also has over 1 million subscribers. He has built an audience for almost everything. Whereas over the past, I guess it's been almost 4 years since I started uploading game videos on this channel. I have only played city builders, and you'll notice if you keep a track of the statistics. And I don't want it to come off as me saying I'm not going to do something because YouTube doesn't want me to, but to a certain extent, you kind of have to play the game, the metaphorical game of YouTube, not a literal specific game. But you have to play the game if you want to keep having views come into the channel and you want to keep getting recommended. And now that I'm making money doing this, I kind of have to take that into consideration a little bit more than I had in the past. So if I were to, say, tomorrow start uploading, I don't know, like Wendover Productions kind of videos on this channel, the views would just immediately stop. Because it would be serving a completely different kind of content to an audience that isn't expecting or wanting that. And the algorithm has been incredibly, incredibly good to me over the past couple of years, because I have such a narrow focus on the specific type of game, specific style of play, so that when I start a new Timberborn series, I can get just unbelievable amounts of traction over the first couple of episodes. Whereas if I post another series, sometimes it doesn't get any attention at all. Like I did probably the last time I do a sponsored video. The first and last time I ever do a sponsored video, unless something else comes up that makes sense. I did a video on Anno 1800. Because Ubisoft said, hey, you can do whatever playthrough of the console edition. It doesn't have to be on a console. All right, whatever, cool, I'll play it on PC. People did not like Anno 1800 on this channel at all. That video did awful. It was one of the worst performing videos I ever uploaded. And for whatever reason, I loved the game. I thought it was a whole lot of fun. The people that liked the videos really liked it. And I said, okay, cool, I'll do more of these. And then they just never got any traction. And Kingdoms Reborn was kind of the same way, although that started to pick up a little bit the second time I played it. But you will get punished on YouTube if you stray outside of the box they've put you in. And unfortunately, that's a game you kind of have to play by their rules if you want to keep getting views and keep doing things the way that you've been doing them. Gonna come a 10K special? I don't know what I'd do for one, honestly. I've not tried Frostpunk. I've been offered a key for it at least 3 times. I just have not had time to get into it. If you want to branch, you have to add in a whole new channel. Yep, and that is why in the end-of-year survey I ran in November of last year, I asked if people would be interested in seeing different kind of content on a new channel. Most of you said no, so I probably will not be doing that at this point in time. But yeah, if you want to have a different kind of content, you really cannot put it on the same channel unless you have a huge subscriber base and a huge demonstration of your viewers wanting that, or your channel is already built around variety, like RCE, or someone like Tom Scott, who, well now I guess he's kind of retired, but he might seem like he just does random stuff, but it's really the same kind of video, just has different subject matter. It's explainers, informative, concise, well engineered. Well, it's not engineered, it's a video, but you get what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, that's still the same kind of content in terms of how YouTube views things. It's just packaging different information in the same way. I need to actually play the game. That's what people are here for. But I've been very fortunate the way that YouTube has worked out currently for me. Please just select the rods, not the machine thing. But the videos and the analytics have performed extremely well the way that I've been doing them, and I've been very fortunate to be able to make, I guess, kind of a living doing it, supplement my other stuff, and I don't want to upset the apple cart, so to speak. Plus, I actually do legitimately enjoy doing the things that I've been doing, so I'm not really inclined to change it anyway. Just grab some more rods, and we'll go check on our Fixmas stuff. So rotors, I will go ahead, I guess, since that's kind of on the way over there, make some more motors. I guess just to put a bow on the discussion of playing different games or whatever. October, November, December on YouTube, I don't think this is a secret to anybody, are the biggest advertiser spends on the platform because Christmas, holiday shopping, whatever. So as a creator, you are heavily incentivized not to stray from the norm during those months and to put out as many videos as you can, because earnings go substantially up. And again, that's not why I do it, but it is definitely a very helpful thing to be able to justify spending part-time job hours every week playing video games and hanging out with cool people online. So again, you kind of have to play the game the way they want you to play it. So that is not the time of year to take any risks with new content. But the good news to come out of that is the beginning of the year, January, February, March, etc., are historically very low, relatively speaking, ad spend on YouTube. So if you want to experiment, try something new, that's the time to do it, because you're not going to be punished as severely by the algorithm or the other stuff that the website's got going on. So I think you can expect to see a lot of, relatively speaking, a lot of newer things in the next few months as we try out some new games, different styles of videos. Hopefully that ends up being something that people enjoy. And if not, then, well, that's fine. We already had an idea of what works and what doesn't work. But if it does work, then maybe that's something we can add into our rotation of stuff. I have never heard of 2 Point Hospital or 2 Point Campus. I do not know anything about those games. Are those city builders or strategy simulators or something like that? They're fun and easy to learn right, but what kind of game are they? Because if it is not a city builder or at the very least some sort of resource accumulation strategy thing, it's probably not something that makes sense to put on the channel. This channel, at least. Manager sims. So like a like an adventure capitalist type of thing or whatever. Now all this to say, it doesn't mean I'm not ever going to play those. It's just probably not going to be on this channel. That's something that if there's substantial enough interest for me to warrant going back to Twitch for some stuff, that's the kind of thing I would put on there, because Twitch doesn't care what kind of content you have, because the discoverability on Twitch is garbage. It's terrible. If you want to grow on Twitch, you have to develop an audience, and the people will come back for you and not your content. So that's what I was doing before YouTube really took off. I was actually spending most of my time on Twitch doing just whatever on there. I played Persona 5. I did a couple of other kind of RPG type games, puzzles, different things like that, because I had a community of people that were interested in just hanging out with me and not necessarily what game I was playing. But you can't do that on YouTube, or YouTube just absolutely buries you. So maybe that's something that I could get back to at some point. But very different types of audiences for that. 2 Point Hospital is a spiritual successor to Theme Hospital. Also have not heard of that either. Alright, how many of these ornament bundles do we have? Because I have 200. This is about to be 302. Once we have 400 of these, we need to have 400 for the research, and then we also need to have to make the Christmas decorations. That has to be something that we use 6 of these, and I have to have 200 of these. So, oh man, we have to have another 1,200 of these. Okay, so we definitely need to set up another one of these assemblers here. And I don't think I have enough copper ornaments really to be able to do this the way that I probably should be doing. I don't know, we might not be able to have a super long stream today because I think my voice is about to be gone again if I keep talking. Oh, I don't have rotors, that's what it is. That was one of the reasons I hadn't published a bunch of videos over the last couple weeks. Seems like every time I travel I get some sort of sickness. So I was not having a good time earlier this week, and I was almost not able to record the last episode of, I think it was, oh, I can't remember which one I uploaded. I think it was the Mega Build. Really did not have a fun time recording that one. So we'll see what happens. Rotors, that's what I needed. I guess I should check to make sure I can actually still build with the rest of this. Yes, okay. I really would like to get the smart sorting conveyor stuff, because then I can just have everything in one giant storage, and then it doesn't matter because it can pick out what it wants. Another 5 gift memberships from Lord. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, friend. Who's it going to give it to? Blubs Blabs. Welcome back to the Beard Boosters. Zoltan Jules, Mitch Arts, and WM. A couple of those names I recognize. A couple of those seem like they're new, so welcome and welcome back. And thanks again for the 5 gift memberships. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, can I get this to... Wait, is this going to try and build on top of something or no? I can't really tell. Maybe I have to get down low again. Ah, yeah, it wanted to build on top of stuff. But I think I can, it doesn't really matter. They don't really touch each other anyway. Alright, so that's going to be more of those copper ornaments going in there. Do I have another connector here? Or is that one full? Where? How does gifting memberships work? You have to have those enabled in your YouTube account. I believe, hold on, let me, yeah, it's completely randomized. It's pretty much if you've ever watched someone stream on YouTube, you are eligible to receive a membership to their channel. If you have gift memberships turned on, but you can't pick who gets it. YouTube decides. Yeah, they are randomized, and it's kind of become a meme to a certain extent. I don't think he's in here, but there's a viewer by the name of Hoffmeister who, for the longest time, just would not receive gift memberships. He said he had the receipts enabled or whatever, but it just never picked him. So I think it was the last stream, actually. It was a crazy amount of gift memberships people were throwing out, and it just never gave one to him until the very end. I don't really understand why or how it does it that way. That's just the way it tends to go. Is it cheaper to buy multiple memberships or just 5 times normal price? Sometimes they do promotions, but the vast majority of the time it just charges you for all of them. I do have the option. I don't know how to get to it, but they did start rolling out promotional memberships. I don't know why they call it that, but in theory I can give 5 free memberships per month. I don't know how to get to it, or I would roll those out, but that's something maybe I have to figure something out in the internal settings of my channel or whatever. Hey, Kurt's here. Apologies for the tardiness. Hey, you're fine. Godson was flying back from Russia, so I had to pick him up. Stream, showers, wind, roundabout. Yeah, okay, all right. Kurt's back. Good to see you. we were talking about gift membership chaos and Hoffmeister never seemingly receiving those. All right, give me these copper ones. I need to get more copper ones. I don't know why they're so much slower, but I guess they are. All right, put these clockers in. Kurt is like our version of the Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, Hoff got a membership. I think it was the last stream. I can't remember if you were. I can't remember if you were here or if you had already left by that time. But that was when I think Lord and Beans Universe were getting into a donation war with the gifted memberships, and Hoff finally got one out of that. Yes, we are back in the Fixmas holiday event, trying to get as much of that done as we can before the game makes that go away. So we've just been kind of alternating back and forth between that and some of the other stuff. But that's also one of the reasons I keep my membership price the way it is and I don't have a crazy expensive one, is because one, people like giving gift things, and I hate it when people are feeling like they're missing out because they can't afford something. So I wanted it to be cheap. Also, I'm not really offering that much in a response for people having memberships, so I don't want it to be something where people are like, oh, it's not worth my money. Like, well, it's not supposed to be about that. It's supposed to just be a thing that you can have some fun with it if you want to. I need iron rods to go in here. Yeah, we're just having a good time here, doing all sorts of random nonsense. But if we can get oil processing unlocked, I might try and set that up before we finish with today's stream. Is it just you, or am I more quiet? I probably am, because my voice is still not in fantastic shape. I got a little sick for a couple weeks, because that always happens when travel occurs these days, I guess. But I not going to be doing a whole lot of shouting or whatever. I have not adjusted settings on my computer for audio. It's possible that the physical knob on my... no, that's about where it always is. Nasty cough that was going around? Yeah. Well, I don't know. You're on the other side of the planet, so hopefully it's not the same one. Thought we were done with that. Got too many notifications. Oh, there's my email from YouTube saying that I'm live. Thanks, YouTube. I've been live for an hour and 18 minutes, but I digress. Did you say you won't be doing a whole lot of showering? No, I take a shower every day because I enjoy being clean. Anyway. Oh, I gotta scroll up because I think I missed a message from Roy up here. Give me 1 second here. Oh, it keeps changing it to top chat. Come on. Now we're on live chat. Hope you start to feel better and you don't lose your voice. Well, I appreciate it, Roy. Thanks. Do you have jingle balls? I don't even know how to respond to that. Where's my motors? I have 36. No frogs or showers going on. No? I mean, I don't have any frogs. Showering while being a truck driver is hit and miss? Yeah, I bet. So, in your professional opinion, who has the best truck stop showers? Because I've never tried one. Every time when we were traveling, I went into a Love's location. They always had that little that jingle bell. Your shower is ready. I'm like, okay, I wonder if those showers are any good or not. But I've never actually been in one of those. I think there's a couple others who are truck drivers in chat. Well, maybe not right now, but I know we've had several come through at some point or another. Shower every other day in winter. Yeah, if you're not like sweaty or gross, that's totally fine. Could I get an explanation of what the Kool-Aid Man... Oh, that's right. You probably didn't have that where you are. The Kool-Aid Man is this anthropomorphized pitcher of Kool-Aid, which, I don't know, you might not know what Kool-Aid is either. It's a sugary drink mix in the U.S. and I guess some other countries at some point. But he's most famous in advertising for having this like series of commercials where he would just bust through a brick wall and go, oh yeah, or whatever. So I'm assuming what they meant by you being our Kool-Aid Man is that you just burst into the stream at a random moment and always have something fun or interesting to contribute. Would be my interpretation of that. I think Love's has better showers, but sometimes Pilot or Flying J's are better. Huh. I think from a regular driver standpoint, I think Loves on average are nicer, just as a travel stop, but not universally. Seen the red balls go along the belt, and I wonder what. Oh, okay, all right. I'm not reading that. No, we're all good on that front. Don't worry. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, and that's another meme thing, I guess. Eastern Europeans might not understand, but but yeah, that's that was the cult guy that convinced his followers that they needed to unalive themselves by drinking poison. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, not really something that should be joked about, but for whatever reason, we think it's funny. Do I have? That's the wrong one. I think I should have enough rotors now to hopefully. Oh no, I can only make 3 more of these. I need to have another 47 motors before I can finish the oil processing, and then we have to go get more copper sheets. Which actually, I think we have copper coming in. Oh, I should just take the iron rods from here instead of manually picking them up. That would have been smart. Let's pop that in there. In fact, I can just reroute this guy, because this is making screws. Yeah, I'll just reroute this entirely. We're going to make it super ugly here, but I'll just have this come through here and automatically make us some rotors. Well, that's horrifying. Flavor Aid. Oh, he couldn't even use a name brand Kool-Aid. Yikes. That's a shame. Although I guess that's a PR win for Kool-Aid, not being associated directly with that. Pilot Flying J owned by Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, what isn't? Honestly. Budget cuts. My God. That is irreverent. Don't think we have it in the UK. Kool-Aid? Probably don't. It's probably banned by the. Well, you're not in the EU anymore anyway. But yeah, it's probably recognized as some sort of like actual like cancerous poison or something, like most American food. It's basically just sugar. Yeah, I think it was 200 of those. Yep. Oof! Ouch! Owie! My bones. Yes. Yeah, Berkshire Hathaway's $500,000. I mean, hey, man knows how to invest. What else was I gonna research off of here? No, it was these guys. I was gonna make some more copper sheets. So I need 6 more of those motors, and I think somewhere over here I had copper ingots just going wherever. We might as well just go into the this thing and just grab some ingots from there. Kool-Aid, lemonade, fixed drink. Oh, I can't even pronounce anything anymore. No, Kool-Aid is literally just sugary water with dyes in it to give different colors. It's not carbonated. All right, where? Oh, I don't have a storage for the ingots. I just have them coming out of the smelter. Oh, this hasn't even backed up. Oh, because there's no power to this building because I needed to divert it for the... that's annoying. So I guess I have to turn this back on, huh? Because they don't have any copper ingots in here at all. Warren Buffett doesn't ever split his stock. Why does he need to? Yeah, we're absolutely not going to discuss political endorsements in this. Absolutely not. No way. That's opening up a completely cancerous, toxic discussion we don't need to have. Finally went on the trip. How was... I've not been to Belize. Don't do fake news. I gotta get some ingots here. Why is the can labeled worms? Yeah. Alright. Kool-Aid is just powdered sugar and imitation flavorings, colored dyes. Yep. It is objectively not something you should probably be drinking, but because we Americans love killing ourselves with food, that is what it is. Not one of these has copper ingots stored in there? Do I even have the power capacity to hook this back up? I can't even check. That goes there. All right. Let's see what our current usage is to see if I can justify. Oh yeah, we can handle that easy. All right. So that can connect to here. A whole cup of sugar, 8 ounces. Yeah, I gotta tell you, when I made a pitcher of Kool-Aid, I used a whole lot more than 8 ounces of sugar. If your Kool-Aid doesn't have a gritty texture to it, you've made it wrong. How much is an ounce? Well, ounces are weird because they're both a measure of weight and a measure of volume. It depends on the context in which it's used. But a cup would be a volume measurement, not a weight measurement. So I think a pint is 2 cups, which is 16 ounces. And I think that is 470 milliliters would be a pint. I'm not entirely sure. 226 grams. Probably, I don't know. Imperial system. Look, hey, we don't need the UK telling us about imperial measurements. All right, we got it from you. I have a new drink I like. It's a Filipino drink called Mugo Mogo. Is that how that's pronounced? 35% fruit juice with boba and pieces of fruit. I can't get behind the boba. I don't know why. I think it reminds me of beans too much, like the weird texture thing. But I love those kind of like fruit drinks. A pint is 568 milliliters. All right, well, I was kind of close, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, battery smooth. The UK has stones as a system of weight measurement. No. Who decided a stone weighed 14 pounds or whatever it is? Yeah, the UK is kind of in a weird position when it comes to units of measurement. Anyway, I need to get copper ingots. That's why I was over here. No, score is what you're thinking of for the measure of time. And score is 20 years would be 1 score. And then you also have leagues as a measure of distance. Like the whole 20,000 Leagues Under the City. Fantastic, fantastic book if you have not read. Old Jules Verne stuff. Really, really good science fiction. Kind of prescient in a lot of ways, too. Gross is 144, yes. I never understood the whole furlongs thing, but we use acres in the U.S., and I think hectares would be the accompanying slightly different measure of land size. Leagues are a measurement of distance. Fathoms are a measurement of depth. Correct. Very strange. I thought UK and US are the same. I mean, not really. We're the same in a lot of respects, but also different enough to not be even remotely the same. It's kind of confusing. There was an effort in the United States, and I'm sure Roy probably remembers this, I think in the 70s to convert to the metric system, and people really, really did not like it. And that got shot down pretty quick. But for a lot of stuff, metric system just makes more sense. But the reality is in the U.S. that the imperial system of measurements is so deeply ingrained into how people operate that you're probably never going to get people off of it. Yeah, a U.S. gallon is smaller than an imperial gallon because a U.S. gallon is 4 quarts, and I'm assuming an imperial gallon is 4 liters. I don't know for sure. They said no on the metric system. Yeah. Well, no, there's still fluoride in the water. I guess it depends on where you are. Yeah, obsolete units of measurement is a fantastic topic of study. people just come up with the most random things, like the one that the one that specifically always made me laugh in high school when we found out was the measurement of a butt load, which apparently was a specific measurement of like volume of wine or something. I don't know if I'd say the UK is dumb. I think they just do things that don't make sense to us, but your mileage may vary. The funny thing about the cost 10% of the Department of Defense budget to convert to metric, most of the stuff they're using is already in metric. Like the different like manufactured components for certain like defense stuff is all metric measurements. A lot of domestic automakers are making stuff in metric measurements now too. So that's always the joke if you know any mechanics, and I'm sure there's probably at least one in here now. The one socket size you're always going to have and always going to lose is going to be the 10mm socket, no matter what you're working on. We Brits never do anything that makes sense. We like making people confused. I mean, I guess I can endorse that because a lot of stuff I learn about the UK just confuses me. And mechanics hate the 10mm. Yeah, if you've ever worked on a car, I guarantee you have lost a 10mm socket somewhere. It is just astounding how easy those are to lose. But I need to get copper ingots. That was the whole reason I started coming over here and doing this. The problem is I precisely engineered this factory to not have any waste, so I can't just wait for the copper ingots to accumulate. I have to just manually get them. And I think to make the copper sheets, I have to have maybe a couple hundred more ingots than I currently do. Let's check and see. Yeah, 2 ingots make 1 sheet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have like 900 ingots. I cleaned out my car just before I scrapped it, and I found not 1, but 5 10mm sockets. I believe it. Oh, hey, Devilish Fun's here. Long time no see, friend. How's Meatball? We will go check on him in a moment. Yes, the esteemed Devilish Fun has graced us with his presence once again. Father of Meatball, purveyor of frog references. Good to see you again. Let's go say hi to Meatball. He's just chillaxing over here. We are still deep in the bowels of the holiday event, making all the different tree stuff. Meatball's got his own little custom lizard doggo condo over here. You guys bullied him into being a copy carrier. Bullied's probably not the right word. Meatballs are tasty, absolutely. All right, bud, where you at? Hey, oh, he's got little reindeer antlers. He's got for us 5 units of wood. I didn't need that, but thank you anyway, Meatball. I can't pet you because I will kill you. Please no eat the frog. I'm not going to eat the frog, don't worry. Aggressively pressured into complying. I guess you could say that. I did actually buy the real, the mug. I think I mentioned that before, but I don't know if you were in here or not. I need to get some more ingots. Always hated promotional mugs. Okay. I mean, I don't drink coffee anyway. I just thought it was specifically because of this item in the game was a fun thing to buy. I mean, I'm not going to sit here drinking out of a mug most days. I will go ahead and turn these off because then they will accrue ingots. And we can just sit here and park waiting for the ingots to back up here. You're supposed to drink the dye. What are you talking about? The dye they use always wears off. I've not had that problem. I don't know. Maybe it's different where you are. But most of the promotional stuff I've got, the imprinting or whatever has been completely fine. Now, if you put them in the dishwasher, certain things will come off. So they'll say hand wash only or whatever. But I digress. I need to get some ingots so we can make some copper sheets so we can make oil processing. And we have plenty of other stuff to do. We can leave this alone for a while. And I don't know that I can stream too much past 7 p.m. my time, so another 15-20 minutes or so. But we will see what we can end up accomplishing. So let's come up here, check out what's going on, reload our assemblers, etc. Because if we can get this third level of decoration done on the tree, I think that'll be a good amount of accomplishments to get to tonight. Back to Timberborn for me. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Hey, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Come back anytime. Alright, so this is full. That needs iron. That needs copper. And I don't have any more copper. I need to grab some of that here. Did you guys know that the word for phobia of palindromes is ibophobia? What? I never heard of that. Who believes you can get a cold from the cold weather? The Japanese, and I don't know who else. But well, I guess that depends on how you define get a cold, because cold weather does suppress your immune system. It doesn't directly make you sick, but it does make you more susceptible to getting sick. Pyramid inch, a unit of length believed to be equal to 1/25th of a cubit. That's a specific number. Cubit being 18 inches, I believe. The fear of long words is also a crazy long word. Yes, that's correct. Cubits are the best unit. Are they? That's one I remember from being in the Bible. Always talking about cubits. Elbow to the tip of your finger. I thought it was just the length of the forearm. Like up to the wrist joint. I don't know. Or defined in modern times as 18 inches. If it's supposed to be elbow to the length of the tip of the finger, then 18 inches is definitely not long enough. Not joking, there's a literal phobia of drafts in the Balkans. I've witnessed people running to close the window, spilling their coffee. Well, that's wild. I mean, I don't like drafts as much as the next guy, but I don't think I'd be afraid of them. I know about the Japanese and the people that live in a small town here where I'm pronounced the L in salmon. Yeah, oh, that drives me up the wall when people do that. The longest finger, middle, and average, it's about... Alright, where's my tape measure? I got to measure my arm here. Do I even have one in this room? Give me 1 second. Alright, I have procured a 25-foot tape measure. And we're going to measure on stream the length of my elbow. Alright, so if I put the 18-inch mark on my elbow joint, there is another 1.5 inches or 2 inches of my middle finger that goes past the tape. So a cubit is not an accurate measurement of the length of my middle finger to the elbow. That would be, according to this, 19 7/8 inches. Don't put elbow in quotes. You know what you're doing. No dirty thoughts allowed. I don't have a weird arm length. I have pretty average for a 6-foot-tall dude. No, we're not going there. We're not going there. That was a mistake. Measure the beard. Well, it's kind of curly. But the long ones, if you stretch it out, could be about 7 or 8 inches. I miss high school. Oh, jeez. All right. All right, we got to move on. You guys are gonna get me banned here. All right. Ornament bundles. Continue putting these back in here. So now we've got 700 and 612 of these ornament bundles. We need a total of 1,600. I think. Measure the computer? What part of the computer? Well, that's fascinating. All right, hold on. I got to scroll up in chat. English word cubit comes from the Latin noun cubitum, which means elbow, from the verb cubo, cubare, cubare, whatever, cubui. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing any of this correctly. Cubitum, to lie down. Ah, you copied that from Wikipedia. I see the I see the reference thing in there. From which also comes the adjective recumbent. Recumbent bicycles look like the most comfortable things ever. If they were not incredibly expensive, I would maybe think about buying one. Oh, that's what you were talking about with high school. I thought you were talking... Never mind. Okay. Moving on. How are you just satisfied measuring so few things when the tape is out? Because I know where this is going to go in the chat, and I'm going to stop it before it starts. Supposed to install a camera this afternoon before it gets dark. Oops, no, I guess that's not going to happen. Well, sorry to have kept you from that, I guess. Does English have a word for people who can't grow facial hair? I don't know that we specifically do, but we typically will use the term baby face to describe someone who does not have any. Latin flashbacks? Yeah, we did. When I was in elementary school, we did a lot with Latin root words and stuff like that. A long cubit, that's 21 inches. Okay. Okay, devilish. That's funny. Latin is like, hey, why do a sentence when I can do a word? What's that thing from The Office where Kevin says something to the effect of what was it? Why use many word when few word do trick or whatever? That's a great show. I took Spanish because I spoke Spanish and got a B. That's actually kind of funny. Anyway, let's actually achieve something in the last 10-15 minutes of stream here. Kevin, you know what? All right. People love to say that Kevin was stupid. I don't think he was stupid. I just think he knew what he needed to actually try at and what he didn't. Or rather, what it was unnecessary for him to put effort into because it just didn't matter. Couldn't ever make that show today. Where rotors, nice. 69 rotors. We can make the rest of our motors here. And then we can do some more copper sheets. A mistake plus Galvin gets you home by 7. Yep. He was skimming. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was not stupid. He was just misguided on some stuff. All right. I already have too many motors, but I guess I'll just keep on making them until I can't. Which apparently is right now. That's fine. Let's go get some copper sheets. Yeah, that's one thing I kind of... I shouldn't say I regret about being born where I was, because I don't know, everything happens for a reason, etc. But I do wish that I had been exposed more to different languages, different cultures as a child. Because it's not something that's very easy to pick up later in life, learning languages. because your brain is a lot more receptive to certain things as a child. It has better pattern learning and everything. It's just fascinating to understand how they work languages, and how much they borrow from each other, and just how much, like for example, how much French that English speakers can understand by reading just from context and borrowed words and everything. German's much the same way. Well, I guess it's a Germanic language, that makes sense. And then you go and learn something like, say, Japanese that has a completely different writing system. You're just like, all right, I'm completely lost. But then once you learn a little bit of that, you can see what it borrows from other languages and different things. It's very, very interesting. I am also attempting to learn Japanese very poorly because Duolingo is not actually good at teaching. It's a fun time waster, though. I have 98 copper sheets. I need another 200, 251 copper sheets. Functionally a romance language. It just sounds so wrong to say that English is a romance language. Learning Japanese by watching anime. Yep, it's probably one of the easier ways to learn by osmosis. Oh my god, I get that one sentence like every 5 tries in the listening comprehension exercises. Now, the thing I dislike the most about Duolingo Japanese is that they'll just throw you into random vocab without really explaining how anything works. And the audio is so fast that you can't comprehend it at all if you're just learning the word for the first time. Japanese culture in the West, I don't really know why it takes so quickly to people. I think a lot of it is the culture type stuff that a lot of young people latch onto. And in some communities, especially like people that would have served in World War II or after and were stationed in Japan would have absorbed a lot of that and brought it back. When you say that about French, Britain was a French-speaking country right until Tudor times. Yeah, and what's funny, you talk about different, I guess you could say, cultural imperialism might be a good way to say that. The U.S. was almost a German-speaking country. English was, I guess, outvoted, or voted in favor of being the official... Technically, we don't have an official language, whatever, but the dominant one. Very, very closely in Revolutionary War times. And the amount of stuff that France did to help the United States in the Revolutionary War, it's baffling how much anti-French sentiment this country has. But I don't know, we don't need to get too deep into politics stuff because that can quickly devolve. Yes, Devilish. American weebs and the Japanese have a version that are into cowboy stuff. I don't know what the term is, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's so funny. It just seems completely ridiculous, but that's, at least to me, because I grew up always seeing all the different Western movies and stuff, and I never really thought much of it. It didn't really seem like something that was interesting to me. But the more I learn about how different cultures across the world perceive other cultures is just mind-blowing. The different things that people latch onto. The fan base for everything. You are absolutely correct. Look at me loving frogs. Frogs are a good thing to love. Fascinating creatures. All right, so now I have a 289 rather, copper sheets. Can I get copper ingots any faster than this? I guess I could turn off these constructors. We could just start hoarding these things in the smelters. Maybe he is a weeb, just not cringe. I don't know. I feel like the usage of the term weeb is specifically designed to be like an insult. rather than someone who's just like interested in Japan. It's like someone who's like obsessive with like anime culture, specifically like things that are child coded, I guess you could say. Oh, Weeble wobble, but they don't fall down. Yep. That's not a commercial I ever saw, but I grew up hearing it all the time. For some reason, the best geopolitics YouTube channel I follow is called Weeb Union, but he's Danish. How does that work? A marabou, that's what the term is. Thank you. The hamster Kia commercials, yes. Absolutely. 100%. That's the other thing, like, globalization of culture is a fascinating process to witness. Especially like K-pop, now that you're mentioning the Kia commercials, has just absolutely taken the younger generations in the United States by storm. And it's hilarious because K-pop itself, I don't want to say steals because that might be disingenuous, but it borrows very, very heavily from R&B, hip-hop, and rap and other things that the U.S. Was a cultural progenitor of. I'm glad there's not a real big fan base for Pilgrims. There was, I think, in that kind of an aesthetic, but obviously not right now. I just remember there being such a huge, like, emphasis on that specific aesthetic of like traditional American attire that I've seen in like media from the 70s, 60s, 70s, whatever. I remember there's a Peanuts movie that had like the Thanksgiving stuff that was just all over the place. You think you remember Kool-Aid? Do tell. K-pop stands are a whole different breed. I don't get it, man. Like what you like and watch what you want to watch. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but that's not something I've ever really been that interested in. Backstreet Boys are the best boy band. All right, look. I don't know that I could disprove that, but I also don't think I can agree with that. Am I allowed to mention bad things if I'm hating on them while mentioning them? I don't know. That seems like kind of a dangerous road to go down. I guess it depends on what it is. Copper ingots. Let me get my ingots here. Big Time Rush. Okay, so that was after my time of caring about any kids programming on TV. It's about Kool-Aid. I mean, I don't know, outside of the whatever thing with the death cult, I don't know what you could possibly say about Kool-Aid. Yeah, the Kia Soul commercial with the hamsters, I only remember seeing for maybe a year or two on TV, but I also don't have cable. I haven't really watched TV in 15 years. I just watch stuff on Netflix or whatever streaming site. All right, so we're looking for this number to say 259, I think, or is it 359? For the it might be 359. Advertising peaked in the 2000s. They were fun. Lots of good commercials. God, I hate that stupid puppy monkey baby thing. That was a terrible commercial. Or I guess it was a good commercial because people remembered it, but it was just absolutely just brain destroying to have to listen to all the time. I remember watching a compilation of commercials that would be impossible to do today, and Kool-Aid had a really racist commercial in the 60s in Japan. Yeah, there's definitely some of that kind of stuff associated with it that I really detest personally, but that's what culture does. People are going to latch onto something and create stereotypes about it. You can choose to be hurtful, or you can choose to be uplifting and positive to people. Literally, televised prejudice does not surprise me at all. Everything had racist commercials in the 60s? Yep, because of reasons. Yeah, Baby Shark. Okay, alright. We got to talk about Baby Shark. Because I grew up going to, like, summer camp. That was a summer camp song. And that's the only time I ever heard it was at summer camp. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, this stupid video gets put on YouTube. and they're singing the song incorrectly. It is not the correct rhythm or notes or whatever. And then it gets trillions of views, and then I don't even understand. I don't even understand where it comes from, but that apparently is now the correct version of the song. It just blows my mind. Never made any sense to me. But I never in my life heard that outside of summer camp context until that video became popular. And then it just got this huge, just cultural dominance over everything for, I don't know, a couple, like 5-6 months. And suddenly everyone's like, oh, yeah, everybody knows the song. Then how come nobody talked about it until just then? Baby Shark has been around since I was a kid. You're really not that much older than me. I mean, I guess technically, but yeah, the amount of do whatever is in the wrong spot in the newer animated version, it completely just enrages me. Yeah, that's another thing is the content farm for children's stuff on the internet is just absolutely ridiculous. Because they know that kids will just sit on their iPads all day or whatever. I know the irony of me as a person who makes a large portion of their income from doing things on the internet, complaining about kids being on the internet all day. I get it, whatever. But it's like kids just can't exist without having an iPad in their hands. I don't know. Something that bothers me. We're in a timeline where children are creating entertainment for other children. I mean, I guess. That's kind of how it's always been. It's just not always been digital stuff. Teletubbies were pretty... when they were new, there was a lot of controversy around Teletubbies, which I always thought was hilarious, because how are you going to read into a children's show that much to come up with these like conspiracy theories about this or whatever? Baby Shark, Mommy Shark, Daddy Shark, Girl Swimming, Hungry Shark, Faster Girl Swimming, then Happy Shark. We also had Grandma Shark and Grandpa Shark. And because it was church camp that I learned this at, we had like 3 different variations of afterlife-related stuff, which was kind of a weird thing to insert into the song about kids, but whatever. Children content creators make... Oh, yeah, you're talking about the kids that do toy unboxings and make like millions of dollars a year on YouTube? Yes, church camp. Constantly. Yeah, it's a challenge to kind of moderate how much time you spend with technology versus outside of it, because I think now at this point in society, you kind of have to be digitally absorbed. I think I need one more copper sheet. You kind of have to be like all in on a lot of this digital stuff because that's just what society is. But at the same time, you're going to quickly find yourself like unable to exist outside of that space, which is oh no, I needed 59, not 49. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I do not envy people who are raising children in this environment, because there's a lot of things to think about. Do you know the song Father Abraham? Absolutely. VeggieTales is my jam. VeggieTales is surprisingly good for something that is effectively blatant religious propaganda. It is incredibly well done. I grew up right as that started becoming popular. I think the first like VeggieTales stuff might have been when I was in late elementary school. So of course, you know, that's just going to be automatically put on any TV in a church whenever the adults wanted to go do something else. Just, all right, put on VeggieTales. So I saw all that stuff for years and years and years. Most of us here grew up on Cartoon Network and Jetix. I don't think I ever saw Jetix, but we had obviously Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and then I wasn't really that into the Disney stuff as a kid for other 1990s related reasons, but the cultural impact that children's media had on my generation I don't think can be overstated. Toonami, yeah, I watched Toonami every day when I came home from school. It was in the afternoon, I think a 4 p.m. block at that point in time. They had when I was watching it, I think it had Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Code Lyoko. What else was on there? Pokemon aired on there. One Piece aired on there. This is like 2003, 2004, I think, is when I would have been watching it. So early enough during One Piece's run where you were only 200 episodes in and not 1,000 or whatever it is. DuckTales, Rescue Rangers. Oh, Tailspin was good. Goof Troop. That's some quality 90s stuff right there. Drink a water. I will. Code Lyoko is a really good show. Surprisingly dark for a kid's show. But it's if you look into like the history of it, it's really funny because it's basically I guess France has a very large anime and manga culture, and they had essentially made a French anime with like CGI stuff. So I didn't even realize the influences and the visual style, the animation, and the writing and stuff were pretty much what you could expect to find from some other kind of thing like that. Darkwing Duck was good. Duolingo, yeah. We were talking about that before. Tiny Toons and Animaniacs. I didn't watch Tiny Toons very much, but Animaniacs, man, I must have seen every single episode. And that is something that you watch it as a kid, you just think, oh, this is funny. You watch it as an adult, and you're like, how did they get away with this? How did this air on TV in the 1990s? Like the innuendos and everything. But let's pop this oil processing in place here. There we go. Finally, after what, 2.5 hours?
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition.
No, it's only been
and
2 hours.
refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
All right, so we're going to go take a look at oil stuff, I guess, before we're finished for today. But I need to make more fuel for the car, which is why I'm coming over here and gathering different stuff. I don't want flower petals. I just want the stuff I can make fuel out of. We can say hi to Meatball while we're over here in a second. Can't hang around, but happy Monday from this side of the world. Yeah, we're about to be over pretty soon anyway, so that's all right. Good to see you. What the thing be? What are you talking about? All right, let's see what we got over here. Hey, Meatball. 30 iron ore. All right, I'll take that. Let's not slaughter him with the sword. Take some of his plants in here. All right. I think that should be enough for us to make at least enough biofuel to go and do a little bit of exploring. Space showers will boost morale. Are you sure about that? Do I have the chainsaw with me? I do, but I don't have biofuel logs, so I can't use it. All right, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, I think I want to have about 300 or 400 leaves before I can really make enough biofuel here. I think we're probably good. All right, back we go. Can I slide under this? No? Okay. I'm not going to sing for you. Yeah, now I can make plastic bags. You actually can make plastic containers with the oil stuff in this game. Very, very useful, because then if you make plastic containers, you don't have to build pipelines all the way across the map, because you can just put all the oil in oil or water or whatever in jugs. Hear about plastic bags? They learn how to separate oil from it. Yes, I think I remember you posted that in the Discord. Really, really interesting petroleum science stuff. Barry White is probably much closer to something I could actually sing. But I'm not going to do it. Great for the turtles. Yes. I like the idea of responsible environmental stewardship. As long as it's not people being stupid about it. Gonna sing MCR. No, thankfully, it is not high school anymore. that is an era I am more than willing to leave behind. But yeah, I had my fair share of MCR. Should do karaoke on Discord. I don't know. You sure you want that? Oh my god. I'm not. Because of the implications, Kurt, I'm not reading that. But yes, I understand. That is not the intent with which that is being presented. All right, I got some logs here. Let's leave some stuff in the storage box. What can I pop in here? I'll just get rid of all of that. Should have enough spots here. So now I've got the solid biofuel I can use for the chainsaw or for the car. So where's the car? Here it is. Only sing anime songs. Your Japanese is that good? Okay, so this has sulfur and raw quartz in it. All right. So there is there's some oil stuff over off in this direction, and there's a bunch on the other side of the map. But that's why did this stop? I guess I have to get out and put the fuel back in. Okay. There we go. High school loudly singing System of a Down. No. Oh, Freerun is great. That is a fantastic anime. 100% recommend to anybody. It is extremely good. I'm not doing One Piece. I'm not doing it. Yeah, One Piece, I think, is... At this point, it could be 1,100 episodes. And that's why we're in the car, because those guys are everywhere over here. But if we come over this way, there is some oil off to the left. Let's bowl this guy over. He fell over. Oh, no. I believe if we come over here... Oh, did they redo this? Yeah, this is new. Maybe it's... maybe there's not oil over here anymore. Because I remember there being... Yeah, I remember this being a flat area, and there was some, like, oil sands, or whatever you want to call it, over here. Maybe they're still here. Just different. Alright, where... Yeah, I could have sworn this was all... Before it was all oil over here. Maybe it's up on this plateau here. Why are you bullying the twig elephants? Because it's funny. Okay, this is oil. I'm not going to get out because those things are going to fire blast me. But what we can do when we get everything to build stuff is we can build oil pumps. And there's 4, I think. Yeah, there's 4 of them here. And we can pump the oil out and then use it to generate power and also make stuff with plastic and rubber. But we're going to have to come in here and slaughter these guys and do all sorts of other stuff. So this is where we're going to want to spend a lot of time. I guess I can mark this on the map. I mean, I know where it is, but for the benefit of everything else. So just call this... give me the... Oh, there's not an oil icon, is there? I guess I'll just say drop. None of these say oil, do they? Alright, that's fine. Say oil fields, not GF fields, just oil fields. Alright, so, oh, I can't do that while I'm in the car, so I guess we'll leave. But it's not that hard to get over here, you just have to wind through the canyons a little bit. Oh, is there another one up here? No, that's the one we already established. There's no reason to call this the Middle East. I know what you're getting at. I don't want to invite that that kind of discourse. Oh, it's vegetable oil? It's the dead dinosaur oil. Almost certainly. Man, I used to be able to climb up vertical rock faces in this car, and I guess they don't want you to do that anymore. Come on. Come on. Go up. Go up. You can do it. Maybe. Oh, stupid thing. There we go. Avocado oil. So there's a gap in the rocks here. Yeah, right there. You can't go both ways through this one because it's got the little cliff, but you can come over here and cut through this side. Yeah, turning radius on this thing kind of sucks now. Avocado oil does have a high smoke point. Wow, that used how much? Wow, that used almost 40 units of solid biofuel. It's not very fuel efficient. We'll have to get the actual fuel made with the oil. Let's get out of the car, come up here, check out what we have going on. 'Cause I think at this point we should have produced about as much as we can. I'm kind of afraid to leave this alone because I know it's going to disappear at some point. But there we go. I want to make sure we can finish this. So I might actually, I'm not going to be able to stream like 8 hours of this week, but I might just have this on in the background trying to make sure we can get this done. Because I do want to be able to have the complete Christmas tree finished to have in here. No, your car can't blow up black smoke unless it has a diesel engine, and in the US the only things with diesel engines that aren't Volkswagen lying about emission standards are giant pickup trucks. And tractor trailers and everything. It's almost impossible to find diesel engined anything else in the US that is not a truck. Of course, like I said, Volkswagen had, I think you could buy the Golf and maybe one or two other models with diesels, but everything else is just gas. Yeah, that's because Europe has different fuel economy standards and priorities and stuff. But no, in the U.S. almost everything is gas, and it's only big trucks. Like you can't even get small pickup truck. Well, you can't get small pickup trucks, period, anymore in the U.S. But it's only like the heavy-duty trucks you can get with diesel engines. You used to be able to get the Mercedes sedans with diesels, but now I haven't seen one of those in forever. I cannot imagine a smart car with a diesel engine in it. That just sounds hilarious. And, oh, I mean, yeah, we have construction equipment is almost all diesel engine stuff, too. Although some smaller equipment you can still get with gasoline engines. But most like tractors, excavators, big dump trucks, backhoes and stuff are all going to be diesel engines. Yeah, diesel made sense before. It was much cheaper. And yeah, now in the U.S. it's more expensive because they have different environmental regulations for pollution and stuff. And there's actually, it's not a black market because it's not illegal to sell these, but there's this extremely expensive secondhand market for diesel trucks made before, I think, was it 2006 or 2007? Because those were not manufactured to comply with the new diesel emissions regulations. So you don't have to have, there's a certain chemical you have to put in called diesel exhaust fluid. And that apparently causes all sorts of havoc with some type of engines, and it's more expensive to maintain or whatever. So people will pay a lot of money for pickup trucks and tractor trailer trucks and everything that don't have that system built into them. It is unbelievable how much money people will pay for old trucks that don't have to mess with that. But anyway, I'm not an environmental scientist or a large truck enthusiast, so that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge on that. Just got the electrical system working for your beaver faction. Because if so, that's exciting. No idea what a backhoe is. Oh, a backhoe is, I guess that's just an American term. It's like a tractor that has a bucket scoop attached to the back that you can use to dig up holes or trenches or whatever. Months of work. Fantastic. I can't wait to play it. That's going to be all sorts of fun. But Kurt, they call it a backhoe because the back is a hoe. Quite literally, like a digging implement is just attached on an arm behind the back, behind like the seat of the tractor. And then sometimes it'll have, on the front, it'll have a bucket like a front loader will have a bucket or whatever. And you can attach different implements to it. But it's kind of like a jack of all trades earth moving equipment versus something like an excavator is literally just a bucket on tracks. A backhoe is probably going to have like tires like a tractor would have or a car or whatever, and it's just going to have the digging implement on the back. Here's a fun one. Do you know the difference between a spade and a shovel? Yes. Spade is squared. That's absolutely correct. I think. Or is the spade the pointed one? I know there's the difference, and I probably get it completely backwards, but I do know there is a difference between them. The non-DEF vehicles are illegal in California. They're illegal to manufacture. But I think the old ones got grandfathered in. The commercial trucks, definitely. But private vehicles, no. Well, I mean, your truck probably has a California Clean Idle sticker on the hood somewhere, I would imagine. Spade has a flathead for cutting turf. I knew it was something like that. If OSRS is to be trusted. Yeah, that's my that is my authority on British spelling and terminology. Is old school RuneScape. Defense with the S instead of the C. Starting in 2023, any commercial vehicles manufactured before 2010 are banned from the... For commercial purposes, yes. 14,000 pounds or more. Yeah, so your F-350s or whatever aren't going to be subject to that. You know, a lot of truckers are really upset about that. The old trucks are a lot cheaper to maintain. So let's do one more reload of this, and then I probably do have to go and do other things. But I do enjoy these live streams where we just kind of chill and talk about all sorts of nonsense. So we are getting closer and closer to having our third upgrade here. We can't get that done until we have enough of our ornament bundles to go in and make the decorations. But we have to have a lot of Fixmas decorations. We have to have 1,200, I think. 1,200 of the ornament bundles to make all of our Fixmas decorations we have to have. And currently we only have 709. So, no, 751. So we got a little bit of ways to go on that. And then after that, we have to have another 400 of the bundles just for the bundle requirements. So that's something that we're going to have to keep track of. Oh, so it's actually 876. So we're closer than I thought, but we still need about 650 more. Spades are for spading, shovels for shoveling. Yep, there you go. Kurt, I don't know why that would be your first thought, but that's kind of terrifying. Anyway, all that being said, it's about time for me to go and eat dinner and take care of some other stuff. But thanks very much for being here. Thanks for gift memberships, Lord, if you're still in here. And thanks for everybody showing up. Those of you with the super chats, etc. Always appreciated. Never obligated to give me anything, but I do always appreciate it. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. Stay stay safe, have fun. See, I'm tired. And we'll see you next time. I don't know if we're going to have a video tomorrow, but we will have one Tuesday. I'm going to try and do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see what other kind of real-life stuff I got to deal with. But I will keep you in the loop. But have fun, friends. Thanks for being here. Thanks for a really fun stream. And we'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.